Hi Max, how are you today?
Hey, I'm good, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. So today we're gonna learn how to dive. We do a video to learn how to dive properly because we got a lot of beginners, they struggle a little bit. So can you show me what is a good diving first?
Yeah, of course.
All right, buddy. Awesome. Come back here. So Max, the idea now is to try to help the beginners to reach that kind of diving. So usually the beginners, they struggle when they dive, right? It's not like the head is not under the arms, they fall in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
With the feet first. Can we have an idea how it looks like a beginner diving?
Approximately something like this.
All right, so that's pretty much what is the step one of beginner, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, okay, let's try to help our viewers with a very simple step-by-step progress. So, let's say I'm exactly like that and I want to learn how to dive properly. So, what's the different steps?
Yeah, sure. At first, I think the best is to just go down in the water, like just let you fall.
So you can sit on the ground.
Yeah, you sit on the ground and you just try to.
So you let your body fall and you accept to put your face first in the water.
Yeah, the face in the water. You don't forget to blow by the nose.
Blow the bubbles by the nose, yeah?
Yeah, blow the bubbles by the nose. And just let you down and feel comfortable.
All right.
I think this is the first good step, yeah?
Awesome, so I can do this now. What's next for me?
So the next one will be just a little bit more up. So you can try to go down on the water. But this time both feet in the ground and you just try to let you down head first, like.
All right, so it looks like you just fall like a ball, like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Just blow bubbles from the nose.
Yeah, it's very important.
Fall in the water head first, and then if you can reach this point.
Exactly. It's just feeling good when you dive on the water. When you go down to the water, you have to feel good.
All right, next step?
Yeah, next step, just a little bit more up. This time, you're gonna put your hand in the arrow position.
So what's the arrow position, yeah?
Arrow position, the hand really high forward and the head a little bit more down in the water.
So chin on your chest.
Yeah, chin on the chest.
Elbows closed. Let me check it out.
Exactly.
All right, so let's see. Your head is down, hands together, turn your elbows, close your elbows, block your head under your arms.
Exactly.
So now it's good.
And
so what do you do?
Exactly the same step. So you can start by sitting on the ground, just in the arrow position, and let you down, head and hands first, in the water.
Awesome, buddy. So Max, I can say that now the very important point is when you fall, right, to keep your head under your arms and to not chin up at that moment. That's what I see a lot.
Yeah, this is very important. You have to keep your position on and do not look forward, because if you look in front of you, there will be more resistance in the water and it will be bad for the glide.
So basically when you dive, you don't look forward, you just go and you accept to look down at the ground.
You have to look down to the swimming pool.
All right, awesome. Next one?
Yeah, so next one, exactly the same. Both feet in the ground.
You grab with your toes, yeah?
Yeah, you can do that, yeah. It's better for the... Do not sleep on the ground.
Sure.
This is good. Arrow position, and you just let you down, hands first and and head first after.
Cool. I think it's great. So let's repeat. The hand goes first in the water.
Yeah.
Then the head stays under the arms. The head is still blocked.
Yeah.
The head is the second
Always
things
blocked.
from your body to go in the water.
Yeah.
Last will be the feet, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So after that, you have to be careful when you dive, because if you dive too under the water, you have to get some. You can't do that in a shallow.
Yeah, of course you might hit the ground and hit yourself.
Exactly.
So maybe at that moment when you when you enter the water with your hands, the good thing is to stretch your arms forward to start to glide on the front and not just go down, down, down.
And for this, you can help yourself with your knees in the ground. Like in the arrow position, you won't go too much under the water, but a little bit more gliding in the front.
I see. So first of all, we recommend to do it when it's not so shallow.
Exactly.
At least 1 meter 60, 2 meters would be the best, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very important. So this time you have to plant your hands on the water, not too far under, but not too much in the front too. Just in the
and then go there.
And go there.
So I see, once you hit the water, you stretch your arms to go further. You don't hit the water and just down, 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 down.
Exactly. You just have to let you glide the more you can, the more forward you can.
All right, that's cool.
And after, it's exactly the same steps, but this time you can put only one knee in the ground and one foot on the ground. And with this foot, after that, you can push a little bit when you go down in the water and when you glide. To get you more fast, to be more fast.
Okay, let me see. Same things, and then there is a push with your feet, huh?
Exactly, at the last moment. So you punt with your hands and you let.
Cool. Yeah, I think I got it. So when do the swimmer can start to jump?
Just after this step.
Okay.
You can go on your both feet in the ground. You can grab the ground. It's good too. And this time you have to bend your knees a little bit. Just go in the arrow position. And same, don't go too much under the water. Not too much in forward, but just here. And you just let you down and push with your feet.
So you're gonna push when you start to fall. So basically you just let your body fall. When you feel you're falling, then push and then you dive.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you show me?
Yeah, sure. So knees, bend, push, let.
Well, that was cool, this one. So, well, that's pretty good already, right? When you reach that step, then you can fall. When you feel you lose your balance and you're gonna fall, instead of chin up, you just keep your chin down, jump forward, chin down, hit the water, stretch your arms forward, glide under.
Exactly. You have to push when you feel the balance going down.
So we keep the feet close together, right? The legs are straight after the push.
Just for this step, but after that, you can do exactly the same exercise as just before. One foot on the ground, the other one in the ground, but just with a little bit of space. And this time, same thing. You got the arrow position, you bend a little bit knees. No, your knees a little bit bent. And this time, you just push.
All right. I like this one. That looks really, really good. And
the last one. So this time, basically, it's exactly the same than just before, but this time we're gonna use our arms and our hands to get more power in the air.
So we're gonna swing the upper body.
So we're gonna just
okay. So you start on the ground. You feel you fall. When you fall, you extend. In the same time, then you extend your hands. Just fly to go in the streamline, in the arrow position.
As further as possible, and you have to be really straight. Your body has to be really straight.
How it looks like from here? You just put your hands and
just put the hands.
Okay, so you start with your hands on the side, yeah?
Yeah, like you can grab the ground too, and when you have to go, you just balance. You lose your balance in the front, and you push with the feet, and at the same time you go up with your arms.
Okay, let's try.
Let's try this.
How is it? You all right?
Yeah.
All right.
And this is over.
Can I try to have a look underwater straight?
Yeah, sure.
So I want to see how he works underwater. What to do to don't go to the ground, right?
Yeah, you have to keep the arrow position, and you can do some dolphin kicks to keep the power of the dive.
All right. Show me, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's pretty okay.
Yeah. And that's it.
So next time we can try to improve this diving by jumping from not the ground but jumping from the starting point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So some higher spot to start.
Yeah.
But let's recommend first to start from the ground level, and then later on you can step up more. Okay, thank you, Max.
That's all right.
That was awesome. See you next
then.
time.
Bye.
Cheers.
Alright guys, welcome back, and today's topic is going to be a kick serve. We're going to give you all the important elements that you need to get a perfect kick serve. How many of you have tried already to get it and you had trouble? So today we're going to give you all the important elements. We're going to give you the problems that people have, how to solve them, and all in this video. And also we're going to give you a pathway in order to improve your kick serve forever. You can use it and you can just get it better and better every time. Now, before we jump into this video, please make sure you take a second to go on Instagram and follow our videos, all behind the scenes, all the fun stuff we have, all the jokes we make, and other stuff also on Instagram. We post almost every day. So you guys go there and check it out and put hearts on it or likes or whatever, thumbs up, and we'll see you there. All right guys, so many times we have people coming out and they try to work on the kick serve and they are struggling. So we're gonna give you all the important things that you need to know, no matter what type of serve you have, whether you have a different technique, your partner, whatnot, but we're gonna give you all the important elements that you need. So number one, make sure you have an appropriate grip. A lot of people come out with a forehand grip, they start hitting serves and then wondering why I cannot hit a kick serve. Get rid of the forehand grip, pancake grip. If you say, no, I really like it, really, just get a continental grip or even towards one-handed backhand. That's going to give you a lot more kick serve. If you're switching from the pancake grip, I wouldn't suggest to go all the way to continental. Make sure you go one step at a time, and each day just keep turning your grip a little bit until you get to continental grip or towards your forehand grip, because at the beginning it might be a little bit too challenging. All right, another thing, make sure you work on your stance. No matter if you're bringing your right foot forwards or you're staying and you're not moving your feet, make sure you're staying sideways. A lot of people tend to, especially the ones that bring their foot forward, whether they're sliding on bringing it forward, they tend to go a little bit to the side, as you can see, which is going to open them up and it makes the ball slide a little bit. So you're going to hit a lot of slide serves instead of kick serve, and you wonder why I cannot hit a kick serve. All right, so make sure you always get sideways. When you're bringing, it has to stay, one foot has to stay behind another to keep your sideways so you can get actual kick serve. Now, another thing that we find, a lot of players, when they start bringing their racket up, they tend to drop their racket behind before they get in the trophy position, which decelerates their racket. They don't get enough racket speed at the point of contact, and even if they get a rotation on the ball is really soft and doesn't move to the side of the court. It stays up where your opponent can step in and just crush the ball. So you certainly don't want to do that. So let's go back again. We got to make sure we have a nice grip. We want to make sure we have a nice stance. We're always sideways on the serve, and also we get into the trophy position, or we have a delayed swing when the racket slowly comes up. So we got those three elements right. Practice that, get done. We're moving on to the next step, and which is getting with the point of contact. So what do we do at the point of contact? A lot of people try to get a rotation and mostly getting sliced because you guys hit the ball on outside. So when you hit the serve, you see this. So the ball doesn't kick to the side, it keeps moving to the forehand. So you're trying to get to the backhand of your opponent, all of a sudden your opponent runs around, rips the return. So now, what are you supposed to do? You want to make sure you keep the ball a little bit lower. So let's say if this is the flat serve, your arms extend, of course, we're talking about the point of contact. So this is the flat serve, a little bit with the, you hit on the outside of the ball for the slice. The kick serve is going to be just a little bit lower, just a little bit. See, this is the angle of the racket. And you're going to go up and then out to the side. So your swing goes a little bit to the side. Now, a lot of people, when they do it, they tend to slow down the racket at speed. A lot of people use kick serve as a second serve, and what happens, they start slowing down the racket at speed, thinking, oh yeah, I gotta be consistent, it's my second serve, and they start missing those serves, or the serves have no pace whatsoever and neither rotation. So, in order to generate nice kick serve, you want to make sure you're accelerating your racket to generate that kick serve that is going to move to the side of the court. Now, you're going to be like, yeah, but it's so much risk. If I'm accelerating my racket, then the ball is going to fly out. But trust me, more racket at speed at the point of contact, if you maximize your racket at speed, the ball is going to stay in your strings longer. It's going to use more strings on your racket, which is going to generate more rotation on the ball. And that's what you need on your second serve. So we got that part. Now let's talk about the toss. Toss is going to be really, really important, because if you guys toss the ball too much to the right, you won't be able to get motion out. And if you do, the ball is going to go to the side fence. So a lot of times you guys are going to be slicing that ball. If you toss the ball in front of you, yes, it is a possibility to get a kick serve. If you're a good player, if you're 5-0 plus, you can get out and, you know, get low and get the kick serve out of that toss. But if you're starting like a 2-5, 3-0, 3-5 or whatnot, I would suggest to toss the ball a little bit to the side, to the left. Just start with that. It will help you out to get more kick serve. Of course, better players are going to start reading it, but as you're improving, you'll be able to shift the toss just a little more in front and make sure your opponent doesn't know what type of serve you're doing. So, we got part with the stance sideways. Make sure you got the right grip. Make sure you get to trough position or delayed swing. You're not dropping your racket back. Make sure you're accelerating your racket. You're swinging up and out. And also, on top of that, the toss has to be slightly to the left or right in front. That's if you're a really advanced player. So we got those points. Very, very important. Practice those things. It's amazing results that you can get. Oh yeah. Woo! What a kick. All right, guys, if you want to have a kick serve that you just saw before, you need a set of drills that are going to take you from day one to the last day when you're going to improve your kick serve, and we're going to give it to you. In the link below, we have a kick serve challenge. It's a 15-day challenge where you're going to have to start with a certain type of drills that we're giving you. It's proven that those drills work, and they're going to be designed for you from day 1 to day 2 to day 3 to day 15 to improve your kick serve. Do not hesitate. Don't take any other second. If you want to improve your game, go on the link below. Make sure you sign up right now.
Hi, I'm Diana Lassire, the sales manager for the oarboard. The oarboard attaches to any paddleboard. It turns your regular paddleboard into a performance sculling boat. The sliding rigger keeps your rower's weight centered, giving you a nice smooth row with no hobby horse effect. I've traveled to many exotic locations around the world with the oarboard and inflatable paddleboard around as luggage. Rowers love the oarboard, especially because now they can row almost anywhere, even in the open ocean. And I found that many who are new to rowing are successful teaching themselves by watching our online how to row videos posted on our website and on our social media. The oarboard attaches to any paddleboard over 10 feet or 3 meters long. It's perfect for any hard fiberglass board or any inflatable model. This thin strap straps the whole way around your paddleboard, and the stainless steel buckle keeps your oarboard firmly in place. These are specially designed oarboard paddleboards. We make a 12-foot fitness row, a 13-4-foot adventure row, and we also make our own 16-foot adventure row that can be rowed as a single or a double. These are all inflatable, specially designed for the oarboard with deck rings on top. Makes it very easy to strap it to and creates no drag in the water. The other great thing about inflatables is they can bump into anything, run up onto a dock, and no damage to them at all. The oarboard is very light and breaks down quickly to make it easy to handle. The carriage comes right off. These outriggers are also detachable and fold up. Combined with an inflatable paddleboard is the perfect travel package, or we're able to keep in an apartment, at the cottage, or on a boat. Our two-part oars are made of carbon fiber, so they're very stiff. They come apart simply by pushing the two buttons in like this. And then to put them back together, you just put them on, put the two buttons in, just like so. We ship direct to you worldwide. We're available by phone or email. You can also order right on our website online or call us. I look forward to hearing from you and getting you on the water on your favorite river, lake, or ocean.
What's up guys, my name's Challen and welcome back to another episode of Squash Weekly. In today's video, I'm on the squash court and I'm going to show you the basic game of squash, and also I'm going to show you a little few tricks and tips that I like to use to help improve your game.
Squash is played in an indoor box-shaped court with a front wall, two side walls and a back wall. All walls have an out-of-court red line, and the front wall has a middle serve line and a tin. The wooden floors consist of two service boxes and two intercepting lines, commonly known as the tee. The ball must hit the front wall between the tin and outer line, and you are only allowed one bounce. To properly grip a squash racket, have the racket facing sideways and in front of you. You want to come in with your playing hand as though you are shaking someone's hand. Make sure your hand is not too far down hanging below the grip or too far and touching the non-grip section. Spread out your fingers a little to what feels comfortable and have a moderate firm grip, not too tight but not too loose. The player serving the ball must have at least 1 foot inside the server box when making contact with the ball. The ball must hit between the middle server line on the front wall and the top outer line and must land in the opposite back quarter of the court. The receiver of the server can stand anywhere in the back quarter of the court and can return the serve either on the full or after the first bounce. I recommend standing a few feet behind the serve box corner as shown here. If you consecutively win points, you must alternate serving from the right and the left server box. The players must then take turns hitting the ball to the front wall, making sure that it doesn't hit the outlines or hit the tin. You can hit the ball onto the side walls before making the front wall, but not the floor. There are a number of different shots you can play in squash to keep the ball furthest away from your opponent. Some of the most common shots are a straight drive, boast, cross court and a drop shot. I'll post a separate episode explaining the different types of squash shots later down the track. If it's your turn to hit the ball but your opponent doesn't quite clear enough space for you to get to the ball, you may call a let, which then is the referee's decision for you to replay the rally. If your opponent doesn't make any effort to get out of the way and they are in direct line of you hitting the ball, then it's a point against them and this is called a stroke. Please know that if you are in any doubt that your opponent may be in the way of you striking or getting to the ball, play it safe and just call a let. A squash ball can be hit up to 176 miles per hour and can leave a nasty bruise if hit. A game is played to 11 points and the match is won when a player is first to winning 3 games. You are allowed a 2-minute rest in between each game. Before starting a match, make sure that you warm the ball up by hitting the ball a few times to yourself and your opponent. Although a squash match consists of 2 players, you can still practice by yourself with a number of solo routines, which will improve your hand-eye coordination, ball control and accuracy. Keep an eye out for future episodes where I demonstrate solo and 2-person practice drills. Please remember to always play safe and wear protective eyewear if you're just beginning or a junior player. If your fitness level is poor or you haven't played in a long time, make sure to take it easy, as squash is a very intense and fast-paced sport. Always warm up properly before going on the court and stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water. I hope you found this video a little helpful in understanding the game of squash. If you did, I would love to know, so please leave a comment in the comments section below, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Squash Weekly.
Take it easy, guys.
In order to learn good basketball posture, we are going to be focusing on the feet, knees, elbows, and hands so that we can shoot more accurately.
First, you need to know how not to shoot a basketball. The granny shot. Over the head. Volleyball serve. Bouncing it. Or backwards.
So here are some of the ways that the video said not to throw a basketball. The images on the right and top part of the page highlighted in red are called granny throws. The image on the bottom is an overhead throw, and the image on the left is a hunched chest pass. Now we are going to learn how to throw a basketball correctly in the rest of this lesson. Teach you the steps of how to shoot a basketball. By the end of this lesson, I'm hoping that you will be able to apply these steps to your own practice. So first we're going to learn how to separate our feet and our knees in the correct position to shoot the basketball. We are first going to look at the feet. Your feet and knees should not exceed the width of your shoulders. When your feet are the right length apart, bend your knees slightly so that when you go to shoot, you can jump and give the ball more force to make it into the basket. After correctly setting up our feet, we are now going to learn how to properly hold a basketball. Your dominant hand is the one that supports the base of the ball. Your non-dominant hand is there to support the ball on the side to keep it from falling. An important thing to remember while shooting is that the palms of your hands should not be touching the ball, but the ball should be held by the tips of your fingers. Now we have our feet, our knees, and our hands in the correct positions. We're now going to look at our elbows. When moving your arms up to shoot, your elbows should be at 90 degrees or the shape of a corner of a book. This helps you to shoot the ball more accurately into the basket. Now we're in the correct shooting position. We are now going to lift, shoot, and follow through. And those are the steps to shooting a basketball.
Stars on my pillow, jar full of secrets that only I know. I don't wanna say, but I don't wanna go. Take a snapshot inside my soul. Take a snapshot inside my soul. Take a snapshot inside my soul. Am I dreaming? I don't even know what's real. Crazy feeling is all that I know how to feel. Oh, 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 oh. Am I dreaming? 'Cause I never know what's real. I don't wanna say, but I don't wanna go. Take a snapshot inside my soul. Take a snapshot inside my soul. Take a snapshot inside my soul. Am I dreaming? I don't even know what's real. Crazy feeling is all that I know how to feel. Am I dreaming? 'Cause I never know what's real. I woke up sleeping, stars on my pillow, jar full of secrets that only I know.
Jag heter Edvin Olsson. Filip. Oskar Karlsson.
Erik Wemberg.
Oh shit. Oh fuck! Oh my god!
Vad har du hittat på oss?
Ett dubbelstryk och mycket fart!
Rysa ner det!
Känns skogelbrännande.
Väldigt fint. Tack, det är ditt fel Oskar.
Ja, hur känns hoppet då?
Jag vet inte. Alltså jag tror Rustaman här ska börja.
Ja, det är ju sten, sax, påse.
Nej, Rustaman börjar. Bara ni slutar bobba mig för min skogelbränna.
Okej.
Ska jag berätta reglerna? Det är den som blir kvar och vinner, den får hoppa.
Ja.
1, 2, 3.
Nej, du klarar det!
Ja, du klarar sig.
Okej, Edvin.
Erik, du får köra Erik.
Nej, Edvin, kom nu!
Erik, du får köra.
Kom nu!
Vad fan?
Okej.
Är det den som förlorar som får köra, eller vad? Vad händer nu?
Det är som...
Ja, okej.
Ja.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Ja!
Congratulations to the winner! Här, give 5.
Tror du han klarar det?
50-50.
Du är ju jätteliten där nere. Ja, 1, 2, 3.
Edvin, är du inspirerad?
Det är helt galet.
Har du? Jag tror på dig.
Du gör det. Tack så mycket. Ja, Robert!
Och nu tror jag Erik står där och nästan bajsar i brallan.
We're leaving this place off too high.
Fan vad bra! Yes!
Yes! Det är fan, det här är den bästa dagen på säsongen. Absolut bästa dagen.
Here I am in a standing position demonstrating the forefoot strike. So right there I'm landing with my forefoot and then letting my heel come down. I feel this is the most important aspect of good running form, is where you strike the ground. Definitely not heel striking, so you're striking with your forefoot right there and then letting your heel drop. So forefoot or the ball of your foot and then let the heel drop. So again, I feel this is the most important aspect of all running, which was why I think it's really not that difficult. It just takes some patience. When making a transition to a forefoot strike, especially if you've been a heel striker or even a flat-footed striker, this is a great drill and exercise to help drive home what it feels like to strike the ground with your forefoot. Notice how I'm just jumping from my ankles. I call these ankle jumps, and how I naturally just land with my forefoot first and then let the heel drop. You can also start to see that even though we're not moving forward here, that running with a forefoot strike is almost like a jumping movement. Notice how all my leg muscles fire. Again, I'm landing with my forefoot, firing all my legs. It's going to help stabilize my knees, my hips, which is crucial for maintaining strength, remaining injury-free, and just being an overall powerful runner. In all my years as a coach, I've conducted over 1,000 hours of personal training events on runners, and one of the most common issues I see runners have is glute stability, and mainly glute medius stability. And it's that muscle right there that acts as a stabilizer, allowing you to provide power to move forward. And it's probably one of the most important muscles you have right there. And as you drive that knee up, you've got to squeeze that glute. So I'm mimicking the running gait here to demonstrate. We'll demonstrate more in the part of the video to come, but I just wanted to really drive home how important it is. So you're driving that knee up, something that goes up, something must go down, and that's that stance leg. It drives into the ground, fires your glute, acts as a stabilizer so you can power forward, and most importantly, stabilizing your leg so you don't have aches and pains, you don't overstress your hip flexors, you don't overstress your IT band. We've all heard that before. That's not common. It shouldn't be. It is common, but it shouldn't be. Okay? So work that glute stabilizer right there. Try this drill at home. Very hard. Practice, perform to perfect. Here's another great drill and exercise. Simply running in place. It kind of ties everything together that we're going to go forward with in this video. So notice there's my forefoot strike, and then I let my heel drop, and notice how I drive my knee up. Once you start running, that knee kind of drives forward. But again, notice how just simply running in place, almost like jumping rope, where you just naturally can't do it wrong. Can't heel strike. Just only thing that changes when you move forward is your body angle. It's a great exercise. Alright, here I am in action. Let's put the forefoot strike into action. So here I am running down the bike path. Like I said earlier, I think forefoot striking is the most important aspect of running with good form. Everything starts here. Everything starts with the feet and works its way up from a strength standpoint and from a running standpoint. So right there, I'm approaching my forefoot, landing on my forefoot. My big toe is acting as a stabilizer, which stabilizes my arch and which carries stabilization all the way up through the knee, through the hip. Very, very important. Everything starts at the feet. It'll help your tight IT band. It'll help your tight hip flexors. And it'll help really, really fire the glutes in a stabilizing manner and creating more power. So really, really important. Stay patient. That's the hardest part about this. It's not hard, just stay patient with it. Okay, in this clip we're going to focus on the stance leg stabilization, and like I mentioned in the last clip, stabilization's super important. So there's my forefoot strike, and notice how I absorb the strike with my ankle, my knee, and my hip. That's creating stabilization starting at my big toe all the way up to my hip. Okay, firing all the muscles in my leg appropriately, they all working together as one, creating appropriate stabilization to allow me to propel myself forward. So I'm working as one unit in a relaxed manner. Notice how upright I am. I'm not leaned over and I'm not overstriding. Okay, in this clip we're going to continue to take the gait just a little bit further with that stance leg. And notice how right there I'm striking with my forefoot, but then I come up on my toes. But notice how my ankle stays neutral. Okay. As I come along again, I'm up on my toes, and notice the stance leg now is extending straight. Okay, very important. That provides power through the glutes. You're going to provide power into the ground, activating your glute to propel yourself forward. So forefoot strike into the toes and a straight leg. Activate that glute. And then I'm on to the other side again, reaching for my forefoot strike and continuing on with my gait. Now we're going to focus on what I call the knee drive. And the knee drive is what happens to the stance leg as soon as it leaves the ground. So instead of having the mindset of taking that foot and pushing back or doing a kick, I like to think about driving the knee forward. So I like to tell my athletes, as soon as that stance leg strikes the ground, you should have the mindset that you're going to drive it forward right there as quickly as you can. And that's where the cadence comes in. But it's driven forward. Have the mindset of driving that knee forward, right there. And not back behind you. Everything happens in front of you. Think about the drill of running in place. Similar to what we're showing right here, except we're moving forward now. So you're driving that knee forward, just like running in place. Practice that drill. Doing forefoot strike. And then boom, the knee goes forward right there. And left leg right there. Wanted to finish up with a little bit of hill work. Hills are great for strength training, but also practicing good technique and run form. It's really hard to run uphill improperly or with bad form. And out here in Jackson Hole, we have a ton of hills, so come on out. We'd love to see you on the trails. See ya.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Coco Volley, and today we're going to talk about how to pass a volleyball. Now, I've seen some common errors in my day, and that involves the hands. You got the in-between interloop hands, you have the put-together hands, sometimes you have the knuckle hands. If you have incorrect hands, sometimes that can cause injury. So let's learn how to make the correct hands. Now, to make the correct hands, you're going to make an L shape and you're going to bring your hands together. You want your platform to be as straight as possible. So you don't want to have these incorrect hands, these knuckle hands, these interloop hands. You want to have L shaped. So practice that a little bit. I know that it might be different, but try that out. The last thing we want to do is cause the ball to ricochet off. So make sure you keep your platform straight and your hands are correct. Now, passing does have some shoulder action, so let's engage those shoulders to make our platform completely straight, no gaps. As you can see, my forearms are close as possible. That way I don't have gaps so the ball can slip through or so the ball can ricochet off. I'm keeping my platform as straight and flat as possible. Now, to find your perfect stance, you want to be a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Not too far where you feel like you're uncomfortable, not too close where you can't get a proper squat, but shoulder width apart. The best thing to do is to practice to find the best stance for you. So find that level of comfortability where you are comfortable, you can move, and you can engage. Now, when finding our squat, we're looking for something called middle position, and that's a level of comfortability where you're not too low, you're not too high, you're literally in the middle. So we really have to find where the middle is for you. I'm pretty tall, I'm 5'9", so the middle for me is different for you. So take time to practice that, and then we're going to review everything we've learned thus far. Now take the time to practice with me. Let's do all the steps together. Pause if you need to. Let's get it down. Now we're going to add on our last key, which is the stagger. We're going to keep our feet a little staggered apart, not a full lunge, just one step forward. I used my right foot, so I stepped forward just a little bit. That way it promotes agility. I can get the balls quicker, and I'm on my toes. Now when you're passing angles, you want to utilize your shoulders. You're going to drop your shoulders slightly to get to a different angle, and your platform's going to angle that way. You also want to utilize the platform height. So you're going to see me soon use my platform height to control the height of the ball, how high, how low, the direction. So your platform really does control a lot of aspects about the ball. I suggest playing a little bit around with it so that way you can see the different directions you can go and the different things you can do passing a volleyball. If you watch my volleyball vlogs, one of the drills I do the most often is called the left and right shuffle. So a partner is going to toss a ball left and right 5 times on each side and short and deep. That way it keeps me spry. I have to move for it. I'm working on my form and my shuffle. Try this at home. Don't forget when you're practicing to start calling the ball to get into the habit. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.